Hi Libra, welcome to the Esoteric Empire. Today we're going to be focusing on your December. So I already pulled your focus as always. So your focus is Mercury for this month. So with Mercury, we know that your focus is going to be on your communication skills. Now this could be the lack that you have with communication, or maybe you excel in communication. All right, Libra. So now we're on the 11th through the 20th of December. Let's go ahead and see what's happening. So we already know your focus is Mercury, so we're talking about communication. I think you're trying to revamp or reinvent how you communicate, and I think there's a lot of communicating you're going to have to do throughout this month, okay? So for the 11th through the 20th, we have the moon as the base energy of this reading. So I definitely feel like there's going to be some like internal or past issues coming up, all right, that I think you're going to have to be having conversations on, okay? Now we have the Seven of Pentacles showing up here. So this is kind of like, dealing with your routine when we're talking about 3D things, but going even deeper. I feel like this is, whatever this conversation is, it's something that makes you feel weak. Like, it could be in a good or a bad way, but it's like a weakness where it's like maybe you feel vulnerable, or maybe weak to where it's like you laugh about it to the point where your stomach hurts. It's something like, I can't really explain it in words. I feel like whenever this conversation comes up, you feel, I guess lighter would be the word for it, or you feel like you forget about a lot of other things that are happening in your life. So it could take you back, or it could take you to a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, can you imagine if whatever. So this is you guys are, whoever you and this person that's talking about it, you either are reminiscing on something or a past job that you used to have or something, or past memories, or you guys are talking about something where it's like, could you imagine if we did this, and you guys kind of like travel forward. If that makes any sense. It's like time travel. Like, this is really trippy. All right, so the next card we have is the Hangman. So the Hangman, like I said, I feel like you guys are chilling. I feel like you guys are really just like talking. I don't think this is like a very deep issue. You guys could be talking about something deep as far as like your philosophies, but I feel like this is like maybe about beliefs or something like that. Or you guys are just imagining. That's the best. Or daydreaming, like casting like your imaginary thoughts onto somebody else. So you guys are like talking about something trippy at this point. I feel like it's at nighttime where everybody's like comfortable. You guys are talking about the past, you're talking about the future, you're talking about the what ifs. This is really crazy though. And then we have Four of Swords. So after everybody's done talking about it, I feel like everybody's just sitting there like tripping the hell out, like just sitting there like, damn, like that was a crazy conversation. This is like the vibe that I'm getting for this is almost like there's no words for it. Like, this has nothing to do with this dimension type thing. What is this? Okay, let me get some more information. This is crazy. I have a feeling I know what this is, but I don't want to just say that. But okay, let me see. Six of Wands. Okay, so maybe you're imagining like what it would be like if all of your dreams came true, or all of like whatever you deem as success. I think you're thinking like, yo, what would it be like if I actually succeeded in what I wanted to succeed in? So some of you could be talking about like what you would like to do as a job instead of what you actually do. You're talking about all of this with people that would actually be on this endeavor with you. So for example, if you are wanting to make a band and, become this really world known or whatever successful band, maybe you're talking to the people that could actually make that happen with you, whether it's like people that would be in the band with you that play instruments or sing, or maybe you're talking to somebody who could be a manager or somebody who has connections to get you guys on the road. It's like you're talking about it and you're almost like dreaming it up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, so I think you're dreaming up something that you want to do that you feel would be more successful, or something that you feel like a goal. But there's something holding you back, like your day-to-day job or your day-to-day routine, or maybe your family situation, your living situation. You feel like you're a little bit limited, and you're like, if I could just figure out how to get through that, I would definitely go for it. We can make this happen. But right now, it's all the conversation. It's all a thought. You could even be thinking about this by yourself, so maybe it's not a conversation. But I definitely feel like a lot of you are having a conversation about this. All right, so we got a lot of cards. I feel like there's a lot of people surrounding you in this situation when talking about this. So we got the Empress, and then we got the Ten of Wands. we got the moon, and we got death. So right off the bat, I feel like everybody around you is like, yo, we could do this. But the person who's on hold is Libra. This is you, Libra. Okay? So the Empress is like, yeah, we could make this happen, but I have a lot of things. I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot of things weighing me down. I have a lot of baggage. Basically, that's what Libra's saying. And it's all like things that have to do with like your, what is it? I want to say like your internal life. It could also be insecurities too. But it's like all things that kind of you have to kind of get through yourself. Like it's kind of like faith-based. It's almost like you're using your external life and your struggles like that to make excuses for why you can't make something happen. And everybody's like, yo, would you just dead that shit? Like, just leave all that stuff in the past. Let's move forward. Let's get this done. Like, we can do this. But you're too busy, like, doubting yourself. So I feel like after everybody's been talking about this in the conversation and Libra's still like, yeah, that would be cool, but I can't let this job go. Like, how would I pay my bills? And everybody's like, here we go again, Libra. Like, every time we get to that one moment where we pretty much planned out how we can make our future what we wanted, here Libra comes being like, yeah, but I can't let my job go. Being logical, basically. It's almost like everybody wants you to be more watery and imagine it and try to make it happen and feel the vibes out. And you're, like, being too logical about it. And they're like, why you always got to make it, like, realistic? Or why you always got to do that? So it's almost like everybody's, like, mad at you, but they also know that they need you to make this happen. So this is interesting. So I'm going to see who you're having these conversations with. Another Libra. Okay, so I'm seeing Libra here showing up. All right, so let's see how you're looking versus how everyone else is looking. So you could be having these thoughts by yourself. So maybe you're not having a conversation with other people, but it's more like you want to make something happen in your life. You've been having this goal for a long time, but every time you get to the point where you're like really about to do it, you're like, I can't do it. I'm too afraid, or that would never work, or you start like tripping yourself out and not talking about it. Wow. Okay. So Libra, you're having these thoughts by yourself. So yeah, you're definitely experiencing a lot of Mercury energy. Like you're all in your head at this time of the month and you're like, yo, I really want to do this. And then the other side of you's like, we can never make that work. Like that just doesn't make sense. Like you're just psyching yourself out basically. So I'm just going to see how you're looking because I feel like you're the only one in this now. The Lovers. So the Lovers showing up as how you're showing up. Basically, it's like you're going back and forth. Like 1 minute you want to do this, 1 minute you don't. It's almost like if you're watching a couple get back together, break up, back together, break up. That's what you're doing with your thoughts and with your commitment to something. You're like, one day you're all in, one day you're like, hell no, like I was just joking. I'm not going to really do that. So you really need to figure out like what your stance is on whatever this is or whatever this dream that you have is, because I feel like this is something that it's not going to go away because it has potential. But for some reason you're like, nah, I can't do that. So think about it, Libra. If you can't like stop thinking about it, maybe it's worth going after. And if you're over here saying it won't work, maybe just see if it would work. And then if it doesn't work, then you were right. So who cares? But if it ends up working out and you go through with it, you're going to be like, yo, if I never would have just took that chance, I would have never been in the situation. So this is fucking crazy. Like if you get let down, it's not really a letdown because you feel like it won't work anyways. But if this actually works out, you're going to be like on cloud 1000 just because you're like, yo, this actually worked out. I cannot believe I actually took that one step and did it. So yeah, Libra, like maybe you should look into doing this because whatever this is, it's not going away. This is a thought that you always have. I think other people would be down to support you in it. So you just kind of got to get out there and do it. Okay. So yeah, that's the middle of your December. I'm going to go ahead and start on the end of your December. If you would like to join me for that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can join me in that reading, and I'll see you there. Bye.